let's go ahead and start with a little recap. A recap. Um, the party has absconded from Firewatch Island, and now is laying on the beach. Two out of the four have vomit on them and are currently poisoned. Right before the poisoning incident. Let's call it an incident for now, even though it was very intentional. And yeah, let's just call it an incident. We met back up with Vortnum, who seems to be a little bit in shock. Keep in mind, Vortnum's last view of you before he left was you being attacked by Rasp, and then his next time seeing you was Broomhilda as a whale, and everyone else swimming underwater with cloaks of the manta ray. So he was understandably a little on edge. You also met a Miria Delvain, who after your display of everyone drinking from the flask, she's currently wearing a expression that displays just how unimpressed she is. And of course, the three hermits from the Hermitage, Morley Tobe, Janore, and Barrett are laying on the beach with you guys as well. All right, that rounds out the recap. What is what's going to be everyone's next step? Just a reminder, Broomhilda and Gunther, you are both poisoned.
Yeah, I'm a stupid dummy and I keep forgetting that I have advantage on saving throws against poisons because I'm a fucking dwarf.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
And Hobby, can you remind us what time of day it is?
It is about to be night. It is very, very close to being night. I would say there's in the eastern part of the sky, you can already start to see stars.
And beneath the vomit, I think 3 stars return to the robe of stars as dusk gathers.
Very nice.
I think perhaps making an effort to ignore the retching and stench emanating from my companions, I would like to ask Miria if she is familiar with the so-called depth striders that were threatening the Hermitage.
No, What is this you speak of? Is this some kind of threat to my town? Is this a threat to Uskarn?
Krafla looks at Janor.
She I would say she's kind of paying attention as well. And so she kind of slowly gets up, brushes the sand off of her and comes over. Introduces herself to Miria, and kind of explains what happened at the at Firewatch Island, recounting the same details, as she told you. Perhaps now away from the island, it's probably a little more put together. I think she's gotten maybe a few more non-panicked breaths. So even though exhausted, Janore is really quite. I would say she's looking better. So Miria says, I see. Well. I think this decision unfortunately cannot wait until morning. As Firewatch Island is but a few miles away. I will post guards on the beach. Well, please excuse me. And she jogs off in her armor. It's very loud. And I think it's right about this time, Vortnum comes out of his stupor. I came for help. I went for help. I wasn't being a coward. No. No. Wasn't being a coward. I was going for help. What could I have done? I couldn't have done anything. So I was going to get help.
I wouldn't worry about it too much there, Vortman. Rasp was the least of the things on that island we had to contend with.
The least of the...
Would you like a drink?
Rasp is dead? Oh no! I'm
pretty good.
I had a full water skin of ale before this. I'm fine.
Broomhilda narrows her eyes at him and kind of just slowly stands up and waddles over and stands over him. He's laying on the beach, right?
No, he is still standing up. He was just kind of staring at everybody slack-jawed.
How tall is he? He He's human, right?
Yep.
But he's
I would say
taller
he's
than
probably
me.
about 5'11".
Okay. Well, she waddles over and looks up to him and makes herself appear as big as possible and shoves the water skin, like kind of like punches him in the gut with it and says, "No, I really think you ought to take a drink. Have a drink with us."
All right, please make a persuasion or intimidation.
I think Gunther, if he can help with this, will use the hat of disguise to disguise himself as Vortman and say, "I really agree."
Oh my god.
Come on, we're all friends here, yeah? Take a drink.
Vortnam grabs the receptacle, stares at it, and then gives it back. I'm not thirsty. Also, why would you give me poison?
It's quite delicious. What'd you get? What'd you get first? The first little bit of taste there, yeah.
I don't want to lose my dinner.
You won't.
I certainly will.
Nah.
I certainly will. Look, like you're. I'm a human. I got my gut. My gut's a little weaker than yours. I'm good.
I bet if I was still a whale, I could make you do it. And then she just walks away.
Well, I think then, like, as soon as you walk away is like he just was like locking eyes with Broomhilda, and it's just like now he just realizes that Gunther is him. And he just he clutches at his coin purse that is a few platinum heavier, and starts backing away towards his shack.
Gunther uses the hat of disguise again to turn himself back into himself, but without vomit all over his clothes.
Vortnam's still going to keep retreating.
Krafla kind of calls after him. I think you made the right choice, Fortnum. Brumhilda's a mighty warrior, but she's not the most discerning in her choice of brews.
Yes, it's true. I'll be sleeping. Let me know if you need anything in the morning.
We'll tell all of our friends just how helpful you were. We really appreciate it.
All in a day's work.
Or less than a day.
Yeah. After a few spooks, Vortnam is going to go into his little shack on the beach. You see a light turn on inside.
Should we find a place to stay?
I could go for a bit of dinner.
Probably.
Krafla turns to Janor and the rest of the hermits, what would you say to a spot of dinner? I didn't hear where you all were planning on heading, but we could at least share a meal before you do whatever it is that you had planned next.
That sounds great to me. And Morley and Barrett both also nod in agreement.
Corin, do you remember the way back to the tavern where we found Gunther? I seem to remember them having a good smelling soup.
Yeah, I think it's just back up the road, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yep.
I will trudge off in that direction, and maybe people will follow.
Lead on, Captain.
Let's go.
Point of order: was the job regarding Morley Tobe, was it a dead or alive? Was it a confirmation of is he alive?
No, it was retrieve the money or retrieve Morley Tobe himself.
Okay.
He's with us currently, right?
He is.
Okay.
Yep.
In the basement, people.
Yes.
I've been role-playing my characters so well, I too have no idea what's going on.
Okay. So coming the other direction, you see Miria flanked by two lightly armored guards. Clearly going about the task that she said she was going to complete. And so as she draws closer, she tells the two guards to go on ahead, and she goes up to the party and says, we'll get to the bottom of this. We'll get to the bottom of this tomorrow. I've instructed four beds to be ready for you. Two next to the tavern and two directly north of it. I hope this will be adequate. Janore, Morley, Barrett, you'll be going a little further west with me when you're ready to retire. But seems like you may want some food.
Now you are
Tell
vampire.
Skeldrift that it's
Darlin 55
that it's
pre-break.
on me tonight. Let me give some more instructions to my guards. I'll be right there.
I really appreciate all of that, Miria. I'm not sure we were ever properly introduced on the beach. You seem to have taken responsibility for this town and its defense. You have me at a little bit of a disadvantage. Is there anything you can tell me about yourself?
Oh, very sorry. Well, I'm not too sorry. My name's Miria Delvain. I'm the mayor of this small town. I've taken charge of its defense because I am in charge of its defense. When Vortnum came back screaming his head off about Rasp attacking on Firewatch Island, I donned my armor and we were about to go do some kind of battle, or at least I guess clean up the remnants of the scuffle. I'm very sorry about Fortnum, by the way, but you must. He's kind of a skittish man. He's a skittish man. But I'm with the racket that Vortnum was making, I'm surprised to see you alive, and like I was saying, you guys must be exhausted, tired, hungry. We'll speak more. We'll speak more tomorrow.
Gunther expresses his appreciation, goes to shake her hand, and just leaves a candle in it, and continues walking.
You're gonna have to roll sleight of hand for that.
You got it. Since I'm poisoned, that's a disadvantage?
That is correct.
All right.
I honestly expected it to be ball bearings.
So that is a failure. You kind of just smear wax on her gauntleted hand.
Thank you very much. And Gunther just keeps walking, thinking he did a great job.
There's currently a candle on the ground. Just kind of blinks after you, and then turns around and keeps walking.
Can we eat already?
Yes. There's definitely a light coming from the tavern where you were.
Well, let's go grab a seat.
Who was it that asked? I can pull up notes, but the name of the person who asked us to get Morley Toad.
Oh shit.
I definitely have it. It's just gonna take me a little while to find
I can tell you what it should have been, but I don't know if I actually used the correct name. It should be Rawl. Raal. But I don't know if I used the correct name or not. Flying by the seat of my pants most nights.
And I don't think Gunther would know this because he's just kind of tagging along. But
No,
his role, his
Gunther,
role in
Gunther has
Saltmarsh?
no idea.
Yeah, he just thought he's here for an adventure.
Rawl was
Yeah.
from it's
Davis Rawl.
Davis Rawl. Okay. Oh yes, hell yeah, I'm an all-star.
My
Davis
God.
Rawl is from Seaton.
From Seaton, but was he in
But
Saltmarsh?
was in Saltmarsh to do this deal.
Okay.
Working with Craftless contact. And Gunther would know none of that.
None of it. Nope.
Yeah, so
No, we described a little bit of that to him, didn't we? I could have sworn in the room with all the tapestries and stuff.
Nothing about Davis Rawl or you mentioned that you were trying to find Morley Tobe, but I don't. Well, actually, no. You're right. You're right. I think you did divulge some of the plan. I can't remember.
That's my bad. Iliad also did not remember. I remember hearing that we were looking for Morley Toe, but I didn't remember
Yes.
the rest of the plan. I will
and by
just...
by divulged some of the plan, you mean all of the plan that we had, which was find him.
Yeah.
I remember being really impressed with his investigative skills, and I wanted him investigating on my behalf so I could get paid.
That's right. Now, yes, okay, this is coming together.
All right. Skeldriff. He's gonna give you big bowl of soup. It's got lamb in it. It's got leeks in it. It's got red wine in it. It's got
And ale? Is there ale? Can we have ale?
You can have ale.
But can you keep it down?
Who cares? Brumhilda's got like the lip of the bowl in her mouth, and she's using the spoon like a guiding utensil, and she's just like guiding everything into the bowl, from the bowl into her mouth, and there's just this like horrible slurping and chomping sound coming from her. Just like fat in her beard.
Yep. Skeldrift just nods, and he goes around and gives some bowls to the others as well. To you, Gunther, he kind of like leans out the door and points to the trough.
What? Where's Gunther going?
Skeldriff is just like, oh, he's just gonna go clean himself up. Some people like to, be a little bit polite. As he's gonna look straight at your vomit covered self.
Oh. she just looks confused. Polite.
He shrugs. He shrugs. And then he goes and sits down on a little stool that he has.
Broomhilda, you know you smell like a latrine in summer, and you very nearly look like one, right?
I haven't got a slightest idea what that means. Is that bad? Is that good? The look of confusion has not left her face.
Where did I lose you?
Can I have another bowl of soup?
Gotta admit, that feels a lot better.
As Skeldriff sees you enter, he stands up and waves you over. And then hands you a bowl of soup, and kind of leans in and says, "Could you get her to wash up a little as well?"
Meanwhile, she's looking at Gunther and like eagerly patting the seat at the bar next to her, going, "I got a seat for you. Saved a seat for you."
Yeah, Gunther pays Skeldriff with 2 ball bearings and grabs a seat next to Brunhilde and says, "Hey, there's some water out there in case you'd like to clean up. I feel a lot better. Don't get me wrong, I still feel bad, but I feel a lot better just having kind of clean clothes."
She considers this for a minute, and she looks from Skeldriff to Gunther and says, "Well, if I go do this and I come back, can I have another bowl of soup?"
Skeldriff nods.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I really like, and maybe some ale. Maybe 2 glasses of ale.
He'll nod again.
Yeah, she's it's like the fastest she's moved in a while. She just kind of like slides down off the bar stool and books it outside for the trough.
Sure.
Gunther winks at Skeldriff.
And Skeldriff is going to go ahead and ladle out the next bowl of soup and get 2 mugs of ale.
If anyone like sees her outside, she's basically just jumped into the trough and she's kind of like wiggling around in it, like when you give a dog a kiddie pool, and like gets kind of lost for a moment in like playing in the water.
I think it's like it's dark enough where like there's not anybody that can see you, but you know there's a lot of people that can hear you. And everyone in the buildings around just assume that it's a horse.
Yeah, I'm definitely making like weird grunting sounds while I'm doing this.
Oh no. Now, I don't know if Gunther would know this necessarily, but it does look like there are 7 chairs in this area, this place up north, and there are 7 of us total. if we all wanted to sit together and let Skeldriff have his inn, should he have other paying customers come in tonight?
You wouldn't know.
Fair enough.
You
Are we supposed to be seeing a map right now?
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, you
It
you
should be
should.
the map of Uskar and the town.
Okay.
Uh-oh. I think everyone else can see it.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
that
I can
problem
see it.
earlier with the
Okay.
world map. If you refresh, you should be able. It should reload it.
Oh.
Yep, that did the trick.
Awesome. Oh, sorry. I didn't know. Yeah, so the three hermits are eating. Everyone else is eating. Two of you are poisoned.
I feel fine, really. I feel like I could go for another round.
I don't think you can. But I mean, feel free to try.
As soon as Broomhilda finishes her soup and her 2 pints of ale, she's sitting in the seat with like her chin resting on her chest, and she's just snoring into her beard. And it's very loud.
Krafla, having decided not to egg on Broomhilda, is, as you can see, sort of placed himself away from his party because they're a bunch of poisoned, vomit-covered nitwits, but also because he's
Took a bath.
yeah, in a fucking animal trough. You're a real spring flower, aren't you?
I smell lovely, thank you.
Anyway, I'm trying to eavesdrop on Morley and Janor and Barrett.
Well, you eavesdrop successfully. They are saying nothing. They are concentrating on eating.
I think when Gunther notices that Broomhilda is just snoring next to him, he's going to attempt to stealth his way over to Corrin and Krafla.
Okay, this is that disadvantage again, I believe. It's an ability check.
Absolutely. Don't worry. I am a rogue.
I thought you were a fighter.
Yes, that's good enough.
What's up, Gunther?
Ah. How y'all liking the soup?
It's pretty soupy.
Are y'all more soup people or stew people?
What's the difference?
You know, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever actually tried to think about it. I've always been presented with the option of Well, I guess it wasn't really an option. It was just gruel. I guess we did get to pick what kind of gruel we wanted.
But it's
You,
still
you had a choice of gruel?
Yeah, we lived the life pretty well.
You got to choose between cold gruel and hot gruel. And you think you would know which one you wanted, but it's really a tough choice.
Yeah, the hot gruel always came straight out the furnace, so it had a little bit of a charcoal taste to it. It was just kind of what you were looking for given day.
That sounds horrible.
Get used to
Gunther,
it.
what did you do before you were in the Doom Vault?
What do you mean?
Did you grow up there?
I mean, yeah. I got there pretty young. I was maybe just in my teens when I ended up there.
Do, and do you remember how you got there?
I do, yeah. My mom, she wasn't doing so hot, and it'd been kind of snowy. It had been we were snowed in, and well, my dad needed to take care of her, and my sister was too young still. So, I mean, it was up to me. So I took off into the snow, found this little place not too far down the road, and never had seen it before. But lights were on, and I walked in. They mentioned that they were. They said some kind of big word, but I caught IUs, and next thing I know, yeah, I was in the Doom Vault.
Well, I'm glad you were able to get out, I guess.
Hey, me too. Thank you again for that.
You're welcome. Like, I suppose.
Yeah. So I mean, we found Morley. So what's next?
Well, we know a guy who's looking to have a conversation with him. So we'll try and convince Morley to come with us back to Saltmarsh, and then we get paid.
And what's next for y'all after that?
You know, we're not always great at thinking that far into the future. Kind of like when you were in your teens, you never know when you're gonna stumble upon a barn that's gonna shunt you into the Doom Vault. So, it's mostly a fly by the seat of our pants kind of thing. And, if something turns up, we'll do it. I think someone else asked us to do something, but what with the Doom Vault and coming here, it's been kind of hard to keep track of all the things, all the requests, all the quests. God, why are we so fucking popular?
Got to be your charm, right?
Oh yeah, you know me, Mr. Charming. What about you? You planning on running around with us for a little while? Or are you gonna go off and make your own story?
I mean, God, I guess I haven't put too much thought to it either. But Not much for me back in Saltmarsh. I mean, surely not. So, I, I mean, if it's kosher with y'all, I'd love to join you. So long as I'm not a liability.
So long as you're not what?
A liability. And as he says that, Gunther kind of like he does that like he's about to sick up, but he holds it back.
No, she's over there at the bar.
Yeah, we have one of those already. I think we have plenty of practice dealing with it. Krafla, do you remember what the other tasks we have? For the life of me, I can't remember anything other than this.
I feel like I would, but in real life, I need a minute to check my notes because that was like half a year ago.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through, and a lot of the things I'm running into are things we've already done.
There were other things. The third thing that you chose not to do is the valuable weapons that were stolen from lockboxes of the prominent members of Saltmarsh.
Oh, hey, look at that! It's over in the story channel of the Discord.
Oh no,
Yes,
kidding.
that was used last.
Almost 12
Last.
months.
Almost a year ago.
Oh no, it's not almost 12 months. That's a solid
3/4.
Yeah, 3/4.
solid 3/4. 9 months. Very different.
Sunken Treasure too.
Yes, Sunken Treasure was also rumored. And who knows? By the time you get back, maybe there's something else.
I think to respond to the question, I'd say, well, I remember the quartermaster's looking for an apparatus, but honestly, I'm not sure I want anything to do with them anymore. And then,
Quartermasters, that was the word.
aside from just following up on a few leads in terms of salvage and looking through sunken ships, there was a story where there were some of the prominent community members in Saltmarsh having things stolen from them, and the thing that really caught my attention about that was these cryptic notes that they were getting from a what was it? A long forgotten and dead wizard, which honestly reminds me of the story of the alchemist.
Yeah, I was just
Which is
thinking the
how we
same
all
thing.
met each other. Seems like ages ago, but that was my memory.
Wouldn't it be interesting if he became some kind of recurring character in our lives?
Oh, that's when like you and Krafla and Burke and Broomhild all came together.
Not quite. we we didn't meet Broomhilda until a little bit later than that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go on. Sorry for the interruption.
No need to apologize.
One follow-up question. So we've got a few beds prepared for us tonight, but not
Mhm.
enough for all of us. And Gunther will just kind of float the question to Korn and Krafla. How are we gonna approach this?
Miria said they're going further to the west.
Yeah,
Further.
so Miria said that the survivors, and I want to look over and see if they're just like intently listening in on us, and also has Morley Tobe reacted to the fact that we have outwardly said that we are trying to bring him to Saltmarsh to talk to someone. Like I assume
Why don't you
that we're not doing just like
can you go
we're
ahead
trying to
and
be quiet.
roll perception? And anyone can roll this.
Oh, Krafla. Oh, poison.
Um, I'd say probably right about the time when since he wasn't having a conversation of his own. Um uh I think everyone saw him kind of stiffen, but beyond that there wasn't really another reaction.
Okay. Well, what's her face said that uh, the three that we brought over from the island would go out west, and I think she said west.
Yep.
They were gonna go somewhere else for lodging, so we only have to worry about beds for us, and I don't think that's gonna be too much of a problem.
Sounds good.
Okay. Um I think Janora is gonna uh notice, like finally like notice, or now pretending uh unsuccessfully that she's now just listening in on your conversation. Oh yeah, I'm getting tired. Um we'll go find our lodging. Uh let's well, I guess I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. May Gunther roll for insight to see if they're actually going to bed here.
Sure.
Attempt to detect some deception.
Um there is a bit of uh Janore heard about Morley Tobe, the Morley Tobe questioning, and she keeps making furtive glances over at him. So you can definitely deduce that while it would be completely rational for them to actually be going to bed, there's probably going to be some other discussion as well.
All right.
But yeah, they go ahead and go out the door.
I think once the door closes behind them, Gunther will ask his two companions here. I don't know. I'm not getting a good read on them. Should we? I'm worried they may try some mischief, and it seems pretty valuable to get this guy back to Saltmarsh for y'all. Should we do some kind of watch? What do you mean? No.
Listen, ball bearings are only you can't pay for everything in ball bearings for the rest of your life. And you did help us get him, so it's only fair that you get paid what you're due.
I intend to follow them. Where will you two be?
I'll be right behind
you. I had a bit of a sneaky idea. See, I can make myself look like anyone who's kind of similar to me. And I had the thought of approaching him as Davis. Whatever his name. God, names.
Davis Raw.
Davis Raw. I had a thought of just approaching him as Davis Raw and seeing his reaction. But, the whole following and guarding and making sure they don't just try and run away is a good idea.
Grafla's going to go over and sort of peek out the door and see, can we see them? Like, are they right on the other side going, hi? Are they receding into the night? Are they nowhere to be seen?
They're you'd see them just walking slowly down this pathway to the west. They seem to be deep in conversation.
Grafla is going to, as stealthily as he can, move over here so he's out of line of sight. If anyone is watching, making it look as if he is perhaps heading over to the wall of this building to relieve himself. And then instead of doing so, once he is out of line of sight, he is going to turn into some very common local bird. I'm thinking like a crow or something like that.
Seagull would probably be best.
Something that would not be amiss, being out at night or at least twilight hours. Would that?
Well, a bird would be a
work
huge miss. Birds can't see in the dark. You need to be like a trash panda. Think of your little hands you could have.
I mean,
No,
there are some birds that can see in the dark. You could be an owl.
Yeah, I guess you could be an owl.
Yeah. So I'll pick that. I will be an owl and as not obviously as I can, sort of flutter up to the corner of the roof, sit there watching them, and then if they look like they're starting to get out of the reach of my vision, take off and fly after them. So I'm trying to, as an owl, just sort of shadow them as best as I'm able.
Sure. Yeah, they go. It's not going to be represented on this map, but I would say probably like three doors down from here.
Are they gonna start a band?
God. You see some lights, some firelight coming from the windows there, and as they're slowly walking over that way, then you see Miria come out of that building and usher them inside.
I think once they are inside, I'd like to fly over to like the corner of the roof or something like that, and try to eavesdrop on whatever conversation happens inside.
I would say, I don't think you would be able to. Let me see. Is there an entry for an owl?
There is.
Give me owl.
In theory, if I believe this entry, I have both perception tagged and also advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Very nice.
Ooh, wowee.
Okay. Perched in this building. This is kind of flying over. You only heard little snippets, and you missed a good portion as you were turning into an owl. But it starts with, Morley, I can't believe you didn't tell me this. We could have helped. Are you? Do you even believe in the Hermitage? Other snippets would be oh, that's why you didn't tell us. That's so much money, Morley. Also, Morley reveals that he doesn't want them to get any trouble. So he says, if you wake up and I'm not here, don't come looking for me. And then they all three embrace and then go into their separate rooms.
Do their rooms have windows? That
Yes.
crap look at. Okay, damn.
Craffle.
I'm not doing anything else at this point other than covertly following Morley wherever he's going.
Okay. Yeah, he is currently in his room.
Yeah, I don't know where that is, but presumably I am sitting on top of it as an owl.
Sure. Okay, what's the plan for everybody else?
I mean, I've just been sleeping at the bar. I just fell asleep. I just ate and drank and fell asleep at the bar.
I think Gunther was going to do the stealth thing with Craftless on turn into an owl and realized that he still wasn't feeling very well himself, and that looked like a lot better of a strategy. So I think it's probably Gunther's bedtime, unless he's roused to take a watch on these three.
Yeah, give me one moment. I don't remember if I have scrolls of magics, but I can't remember if I can use those scrolls because scrolls are very limiting.
We're going. Oh, excuse me.
Particularly lesser restoration.
Yeah, I think it's dumb if you can't use scrolls as a magic user. So yes, you are able to use those scrolls.
Wonderful. Then I am going to take this opportunity to
I think for some reason it's not like,
Yeah,
especially as a wild magic sorcerer, like you just like you get your magic from the wild and not by reading like a wizard.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like you can only use scrolls that would naturally be on your spell list. Which
That's kind of dumb.
yeah.
Yes, you can use your
It exists only to make like the arcane tricksters use magic device thing distinctive, but we don't have any arcane tricksters in the party at the moment, so.
At the moment. Gunther, I totally forgot until just now. I pull out this scroll. Like I have this spell that should be able to help you feel a little bit better. And I'm reading it and doing hand signs and muttering something in some guttural language that sounds creepy, but it really isn't. It's very happy and pleasant. And then Shibuma, lesser restoration on Gunther.
All right. You are no longer poisoned, Gunther.
Oh my gosh! Thank you.
Of course, you seem to be a very tactical and stealthy individual who is well equipped for a mission like this one that requires a certain degree of, let's say, subtlety.
I might say that I'm best in class.
Fuck. Well,
what do you need from me?
Well, how's about you just you just do what you were thinking about doing before you remembered that you weren't feeling well.
All right. I'll disappear out into the night. And
is no one gonna help Brumhilda into a bed? Oh god.
Yeah, once Gunther...
Or Skeldriff. I don't think Skeldriff is gonna be able to move her.
No, once Gunther leaves, Corin will walk over and motion for Skeldriff, and I think together we should be okay.
What's your strength?
Higher than you would think for a fucking sorcerer.
I'm pretty dense. I mean, you could just wake me up.
No, we want you to sleep.
Could just wake me up. It'll be fine.
Look, we're not worried about what would happen.
Make a strength. Make an athletics check.
You need every minute of beauty sleep.
at
you can get.
advantage since Skuldra.
What's that supposed to mean, Crapla? I think she's quite gorgeous, really. Wow,
That's very nice. All right, yeah, you
look at that strong little turtle.
You toss her right over your shoulder. And tuck her in.
Yeah. She's had a very long day. She got turned into an ape and then had the misfortune of turning back into Broomhilda and then turned into a water creature, and she doesn't like swimming and she can't swim, and then she had to swim for so long, and it's just been a taxing day for Broomhilda, so Gordon feels kind of bad.
That's very sweet.
And then I'm just gonna sit up kind of posted by this window, and I'm basically just gonna probably fall asleep in this chair. But I'm making sure that if someone comes by this window, I will see them. Maybe.
All right.
I think Gunther will stalk out into the streets and just knowing that he can, if he thinks he's made at any moment, he might be slower on the trigger than he'd like to be, but is just prepared to use his robe of the stars to shift to the astral plane and disappear in case anyone thinks.
Yep.
Okay, and at this point it's been a million years since they headed west, so I think he only knows the general direction. Is that fair to say?
Yep, for sure. So if you head that way, there's only one building that has lantern or fireplace light coming out of it. And so as you
Just
look,
a quick question.
how
many buildings have owls sitting on them?
just
point.
the one, just the one. I would think that, yeah, you probably would be able to see the owl. Not from over here, but as you come closer to the only lit house, you see you see Miria still in her armor. Looks like she's reading a book. She has taken her gauntlets off, though.
And I'm sorry, is that this house here or this house?
No. It's not. It's not on this map currently. It's three doors down. 3 doors down from this.
God damn it! There we go
My
again.
apologies.
you made me.
How far down is it?
You set me up again. Why? Why? That was purposeful. Damn it, Iliad. God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, Gunther will just sneak his way over there, and he'll, once he catches the owl, we'll just try to find a window on ground level that he might be able to just
the whole house is on ground level. There's
Love it. So yeah, he'll just find a window that he might be able to kind of keep an ear close to.
Okay. Not like looking in the window, but
no.
Yeah, just yes. Okay, got you. Okay.
Actually,
okay.
Corin, did you say your disguise thing out loud earlier?
Yeah.
Or was that?
Yeah, that was in character.
Okay. I don't want to steal Corin's thunder on this. So yeah. Gunther
Oh no,
will just,
please do. Please do. Please. I sat myself out of this one. If you've got disguise self or whatever to, don't know why you would, but if you plan on doing something like that, I am hands off at this point. I'm sleeping the night away. I mean, keeping watch.
I think the one thing that kills this is that Gunther doesn't know what Raoul looks like, so he can't disguise himself into it.
God.
He can't disguise himself as someone that he's never seen in his life before.
I was thinking how spooky it would be to see like the image of the person who's called this bounty out for Morley Tobe, like in a window in the dark of night, and once it's seen, like row the stars out of there. But no, Gunther will just listen near the window.
Sure.
Much more reasonable, I think.
All right. So, for you guys are sitting there for quite a while before anything happens. It seems like this is this is not where Miria is staying, and maybe not her house, because after about an hour and a half, she puts the fire way down. It's been burning down for the past hour and a half, and she goes and she leaves this residence and goes across the street and enters into another house. And I'd say probably 10-15 minutes after that, the window to Morley Tobe's room begins to open. Not on its own volition. Morley Tobe has opened the window to his room.
I think Gunther will kind of try to break line of sight to the window, just trying to go stealth, so he might be able to peek while minimizing Morley being able to see him if he's about to try to climb out and make a run for it.
All right, yeah, go ahead and make your stealth check.
Cool.
Oof.
That's my rogue.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So you're pulling back into the wall, or breaking line of sight, peeking around the corner, kind of.
If it makes sense based on the way the house is set up and the amount of time I've got to react, I would love to break line of sight and kind of peek around the corner.
Okay.
But if it's happening too, fine.
I think it is happening too quickly for that to make sense. So I think the only thing that you would really have time for is to try and like flatten yourself against the wall. It
Yeah.
is unfortunately not very effective. Um,
Bright red skin in the dark of night.
and you see one foot and then another, one leg, and then the rest of the body. And Morley looks left and then looks right and sees you standing there against the wall. And he begins to run.
Gunther will begin to chase.
Okay.
Which direction is he running?
He's running north. Towards the beach.
Would you describe that as?
I mean,
towards or away
south.
from
South
town?
towards the beach. Oh, away from town. South towards the beach. The coastline is south. I always forget. What is your... Can you make an athletics check?
Absolutely.
What is your reaction to this, Krafla?
Is Morley running at a approximately normal humanoid speed, or is he a speedy boy?
Let me roll for him. And I will tell you. How fast he's going. Yeah, fueled by some kind of adrenaline. He is moving faster than Gunther.
Now, does that mean like 31 feet, or does that mean like 60 feet? I'm trying to figure out, like, am I easily capable of flying faster than him or not?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
You are. He's not moving at like magically augmented speed or anything. He's just
out of reach for the moment. Yeah,
yes.
Fair. If he is not moving with any kind of especially magical speed, I'm going and seeing Gunther take chase. I will give them sort of a few seconds head start in the benefit of remaining unnoticed. And hopefully his attention is focused on the, orc chasing after him and not looking up. But then I will begin to fly after both of them.
Sure.
Relatively high, not so high that I can't see them, but I'm not like at grass level.
Sure. Are you saying anything, Gunther?
I think it's better not to draw attention to anyone who might be sleeping. I think Gunther is just going to keep rushing toward Morley.
Okay.
And if he needs to, if it would give him a boost, he'd be happy to action surge to close the distance.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, that if you action surge, I'll give you the success there.
Done. You got it.
Okay. Yeah. So as you call upon your inner strength to action surge, you How do you take him down? What kind of how do you stop him? Once you've caught him, now what? I'm gonna have you tell me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Gunther's just rushing forward as fast as he can, moving as quickly as he can, and on brand pulls out a bunch of ball bearings, throws them beneath his feet, and trips him up with that. Then jumps on top to pin him down.
Yeah, I like the. I'm not gonna use action surge to run faster. I'm gonna use action surge to throw ball bearings.
Feels on brand.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna jump into the center of the pile of ball bearings along with him.
Still as an owl.
No, I'm just making fun of Gunther.
It's crazy.
Create difficult terrain and then enter it.
Gunther might be the smartest character I've played, but me, the player, not as smart as the character in this case.
All right. Morley grunts.
Hey, bud. You're out for a stroll in the evening too?
Oh, no, I'm not.
Neither am I. What you doing? Care to enlighten me?
Getting away. Well, I was.
Not anymore. You're not.
Nice.
Thanks.
Go rub it in. You know what Davis is gonna do when he gets me?
Davis. What's he gonna do?
He's gonna sell me into slavery.
And why would
I
he
know it. I know it. Cause that's a Davis move. You don't just borrow money from him and then he's what is he gonna do? Get slapped me on the wrist? No, he's gonna sell me. I know he has friends in the slave trade. I know. And he knows that I know. And now I know that he knows that I know. So I'm as good as in chains.
Morley, you're not lying to me, are you?
Well, why don't you roll insight?
I shall.
It's nice that you're not poisoned anymore.
It is.
He is exaggerating.
Come on now, Morley. No one's going to sell you into slavery for just loaning some money and not paying them back. I mean, it might cut off an arm or two, but I mean, not slavery. I mean, come on now.
I like my arms. Thank you.
How about we take a walk?
I already was.
No,
You stopped.
We both
stopped
agreed.
me.
We both agreed we weren't taking a walk. That was how we started our conversation, Morley. How about we take a walk?
Will you let me go after?
Well, I suppose that depends. I suppose that depends on a great many things.
Oh? Like what?
How about we walk and talk?
How much is Davis paying you, by the way?
Me?
I did. You caught me, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I did, didn't I? That's a good question. I never asked about price.
Never asked about price. Oh man, you're rich.
I'm very much not.
So you're poor and don't care about money? All right, this doesn't add up to me.
We're talking a lot for being two guys in the middle of a bunch of ball bearings in the middle of the road near the sea. The town guard's going to walk up. They're going to have a lot of questions morally, and I don't think either of us want that, do we?
You tackled me. Attacked me.
I had a disguise into Morley Tobe. I'm
Okay.
just a guy just walking around. I had a disguise into a town guard. I had a disguise into Miria. I had a disguise into oh gosh, what's the innkeeper's name? Skelvig? Skeldrift.
Geldriff, yeah.
I just kind of show him that I can be anyone I want to be.
Okay.
Just to sell the point here.
Okay. Yep.
And then I'll
point
go back to
taken.
Gunther.
Point taken. He shuts up.
Let's take a walk.
Take a walk. You gonna pick up your ball bearings?
Hell no. I've got like literally 1,000 of these, Morley. I've got too many. And I've been whittling them away ever since I left my damn place I was in before, and I'm not even through my first 100 yet. I just threw like 70 on the ground here.
Congrats.
Pull out your hands.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna hold out his hands.
I'll give him some ball bearings. I'll pour like 50 into his hands.
He puts them into his pocket.
And with that, Gunther will walk back toward Skeldriff's place with Morley in tow. Or you might say in tow.
God, I knew you
Oh
were
my
gonna
God.
say it. I knew you were gonna say it. I knew it. Oh, as soon as I. Okay. He'll follow.
Party talk. Gunther's got no plan here. He is just going to walk back into the tavern and ask Morley to grab a seat, I guess.
I mean, he's gonna do it.
I think at this point, Grafla is going to fly ahead to the tavern as quickly as he's able.
Yeah, you're definitely able to outfly them. What kind of conversation are you making along the way?
Yeah, so Gunther just says, I mean, this has got to be one hell of a nightmare for you. Some guy just rushes up in the dead of night as you're trying to walk away, turns himself into a million different faces, and doesn't even ask for the bounty on your head. Man, this must be the lowest low you've experienced.
Oh my God, you're gonna try to depress him? I mean, it's working. He nods and maybe lets out a little bit of a whimper.
I do gotta ask. I'm someone who believes in feedback. Was there anything I could have done better to break you faster?
No.
I just want to make sure that for next time, when I'm hunting someone down like this in the street in the dead of night, you know how it is. Positive, constructive feedback's a good thing.
I'll tell you. Yeah. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so Krafla, you are back first.
I fly over to the window where Corin is sitting, and I peck on it really loudly. I go, "Whoo!" And I look back in the direction that the other folks are going to be arriving from. And I peck on the window again and look at him.
Owl sound I've ever heard.
Who?
Who?
I'm a very butch owl, okay?
It's like a grunt. I've never heard an owl grunt before. But I suppose there's a first for everything.
And now you can check it off the bucket list.
All right.
Assuming that the butch owl who wakes me up and the pecking, I will look over and I guess I don't really know what Owl Krafla is trying to tell me, but I'm just gonna assume that it's. Would I have heard them approaching?
No.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
You heard the peck and
And the
grunt.
hoot. No conversation as they're walking up to the door.
I don't think so, no. Not with the sound of well, I guess there's not a fire in here.
Would you hear like Broomhilda snoring in the next room?
Oh,
I mean-
100%.
Yeah, you can't hear the conversation over over the rumbling coming from the next room.
All right. Well, then I guess I'm just gonna sit here and watch the door open and
So I'm gonna keep pecking and hooing at you until you get and continuing to look towards the door, maybe scratching one of my talons at the window until you get the fuck up.
I mean, I guess I'll get the fuck up and walk over to the door. Yes, the owl wants me to go to the door, and I just got woken up by an owl.
Okay.
That-
So as you get up, they're just arriving at the door.
Hey, Morley, be sure to tell your friends. Well,
Uh.
you don't have to.
hell?
He's so mean to Morley.
He was trying to do a runner, Corin.
Poor Morley. I mean, he says, "Can you blame me? Have you ever been in debt before?"
Yeah, but not in his.
I'm sorry, you asked if we've ever been in debt before?
That's right.
I don't know that I've ever actually held money.
Oh shit.
I've never felt this bad for someone in my party.
For just 70 ball bearings a day, you
I mean, I have 1,000 of
could
them.
support your own half orc, totally fighter, totally rogue.
Definitely, for real. Morley, would you care for a drink? I suspect that'll take the edge off.
I don't have a choice.
I want to be clear. You absolutely do.
Oh, so you're gonna let me walk out of here?
I'm letting you choose whether you have a drink or not.
I would not like a drink.
All right, fair enough. I think Gunther will shepherd him in. and probably pull Corin off to the side here and say, like maybe just actually right outside. I've got no clue what I'm supposed to be doing here. I just channeled what the people in the Doom Vault did when I tried to run. I don't know.
Gunther, what you did.
Yeah.
You did the right thing. This is perfect. This is exactly what we need.
What do I do? What do you need me to do now?
For now, how long has it been? Not long enough for Broomhilda to not be very upset if she got woken up, right?
It's been about 2 hours. So I'm
not waking her up.
Are we like trying to hit the road? Is that the plan here?
We just need to make sure he doesn't run again.
I don't think he will.
Is there a window by Broomhilda's room?
Yes.
Looks to be.
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh, it's scratching and pecking and hooing time. Who?
Oh my God. She like shoots up in bed, just sitting straight up, and her eyes are wide, and it's too dark. She's still like kind of asleep. Who's that? What is it?
Who?
As she gets as she gets her bearings a bit, she like looks out the window and sees the owl. She has no idea that this is Krafla. She knows it's an owl.
Congrats. Good job.
I feel like she would have seen a lot of owls in the mountains where she's from.
She can identify animals. I'm very
Some.
proud. I'm very proud.
Let's not get crazy.
The extent
Right?
of her intelligence.
And the owl says, "Whoo."
Yeah, she had one of those little wind-up things when she was a kid. She's gonna run out of her room, looking for the rest of the party. Guys! I think there's an owl outside. I think he's trying to tell me something. I can't speak his language. Anyone know owl?
Only Morley is there.
I'm looking at Gunther, just like nodding my head for him to go inside and
She's gonna
Morley.
draw her warhammer on Morley and go, "What'd you do with him? Where's me friends?"
Oh, God. I think Morley is gonna
scream.
just back away into the corner and assume a fetal position.
She follows him back. "Don't you try run from me. What'd you do with my friends? Where are they?"
All right, at that, I'm just gonna come bursting in the door. Broomhilda, he didn't do it. The owl, that was Krafla.
Morley, I was wrong. This is the new low. He'll turn back to Corin and Broomhild again. I don't know where this is coming from. I'm just channeling what they used to do in the Doom Vault whenever we try to run away. I didn't know I had this in me. Is this bad? Is this bad? Do I need to tone it back?
No, it's great. It's perfect.
Oh, I don't feel so well now that I'm up again, I don't... She's gonna, just puke. On Krafla.
Not
Krafla, I'm sorry, Corin.
All right. Corin, would you like to dodge? Would you like to dodge the vomit? No?
No, I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm dexterous enough to dodge it. It just happens.
I'd like to say I feel better, but I don't. I don't feel horrible.
Well, I can fix this, kind of. Can't make you feel too much better, but I have one of these magical pieces of paper, because I have 2 of them.
What's that?
The less you know, the better. And I'm going to once again do reading and hand signs and creepy guttural noises, and then lesser restoration on Broomhilda.
All right.
No more disease or no more poison?
No more
No more
poison.
poison. No healing, but no more poison.
Right. Oh,
There, that should help you a little bit. I figured you'd have a better idea. I don't know why. I should have just asked Craftla. Right, the guy in the corner who you almost bashed the brains in.
yeah.
He's the guy we got to bring back to Saltmarsh.
Right.
We just wanted to make sure that he didn't get away. And
I could wrestle him if you like.
yeah, I mean, I had that really stupid idea with the fishing net, but now I'm starting to think I'm kind of want to just throw the fishing net around him. And
Yeah, but I could
definitely can't
just wrestle him, and just keep hold on him. I got a really
Yeah,
good
but you
hug
gotta
about me. Yeah. Well, he could be in my bed.
As they're having this conversation, Gunther has approached Morley and looks into his eyes, makes eye contact, and says, "You're in dangerous company, Morley Toe. You have great magical powers all around you." And to demonstrate, Gunther will pull one of the stars off of his robe and hold it in his hand. I want you to understand. Running is not an option.
Morley nods vigorously.
Gunther would like to insight check him, just to be sure.
Okay. He seems to be genuinely terrified of you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Gunther will take the chair and kind of drag it and sit facing him with a little bit of distance between the two, so maybe like right about there.
Sure.
Is Skeldrift watching all this?
Yeah, he should be behind. There we go. Yeah, he's cleaning glasses like a good bartender.
Wonderful. Love to see it. All right, team. Are we hitting the road here? What's the plan?
If by hitting the road you mean hitting the hay, then yeah.
Oh, we're going to sleep.
Some of us need a little bit of a rest. I just wanted to make sure he wasn't gonna sneak out in the night. Which, judging by the look on his face, you've both handled quite well.
I could watch him for you. Yeah, have me a few drinks at the bar. And just keep an eye on him. Go to bed. It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Well, if that's the case, then I'm gonna go get some rest.
At this point, Craftla turns back into a dwarf and
Okay.
Steps through the door. Hold up, Corin.
Yeah, what's up? What?
I think it would be best if we got out of Skullgrim's inn and did not bother him anymore, and if none of us were here in the morning.
Okay. Works for me.
I think Gunther will approach the bar and say, Skeldriff, you've been mighty kind, and he'll leave 10 ball bearings on the bar.
Oh my god.
It's not money. He calls after you.
Fuck. I'm not going to take out the giant pouch of ball bearings that I have to pay in addition to his ball bearings. But I want to, so I don't have them. Skuldriff, it'd be real nice if you didn't mention any of this to any one of the law keepers. Those important, self-entitled people come morning, and I am going to slip a hefty, let's say 15 gold on the counter. I think 15 gold.
He grabs the money, makes it disappear under the bar. You seem like a dangerous lot. Town is
Not
probably better off without you in it. So I'll let you leave this time.
That's this time.
This time? I thought we were friends.
Let us.
He
How
nods.
about you give
Craplet taps on
me...
the door.
Jesus.
Right, we should be going. Thank you for your hospitality, and hopefully for your sake, we're not back here for quite some time.
Wait, are we leaving?
Yes, Broomhilda,
I want an ale.
Grab an ale for the road.
She pulls her water skin off of her hip and hands it over and says, could you just dump the rest of what's in there out and refill it for me with the good stuff?
He nods and he does it.
We're horrible.
Morley, time to go.
You think I could get a pint for the road too?
He shakes his head no. You're not taking any of my cups.
You think you could give me a pint for the road and I won't twist you up into a pretzel?
Broomhilda.
I mean, roll intimidation.
Really? We're gonna threaten the man as we leave?
If I use thaumaturgy and make my eyes glow and say it again in a really booming voice, can I roll with advantage?
You can.
Okay. So she uses thaumaturgy and her eyes glow like this brilliant shining red color, and she stands up on her stool and tries to make herself look very large and says, I say, give me another fucking pint or I'll turn you into a pretzel. I hope this roll doesn't suck. Oh, no.
Yeah, as you step on top of the stool, it buckles. it buckles. And you take a small tumble. Nothing that really hurts, but he's not super. He's not intimidated by this action. I think he's probably emboldened by it.
Yeah, well, you know when to cut your losses. Yeah, I'll be seeing myself out now. Have a nice day.
It's night.
Yeah. Oh, so it is.
Oh, hi, everyone.
I really like that it took you that long to get outside, and then you realized that it was indeed night.
Yeah, well, she thought she slept through the night.
All right.
As we're, it looks like it's just Kraft, Lacorn, and Gunther in the room. I think he'll just mention. I really don't think bonds are going to be necessary for Morley. I think we have him thoroughly cowed so long as he doesn't see an opportunity to escape. I think he'll stick with us.
Sure, we can do it the easy way, and if he does something dumb, we can beat him stupid, hog tie him, and drag him the rest of the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my
That's how
thoughts.
they used to do it. Back home.
Really unsettling that you consider that horrific plan. He's gone. And away we go.
All right. Yeah, you head out of town, and cleverly, the guards are not guarding the streets; they are guarding the beach from incursions by waterlogged undead. So you're able to get out of town without any trouble.
I'm going to claim that I 2/3 planned that.
So let's bring everyone back to what's the plan here?
I mean, we were just trying to get out of town, right?
Yeah, it does not take you very long to get out of town.
Right. The idea was get out of town, rest, and then be on our way back to Saltmarsh. At least that's what my interpretation of Craftless plan was.
Sure. Gunther's here to support whatever plan we have.
So I think my counsel to the group would be to get far enough out of town and perhaps off of the main road that we can get whatever rest we need to get, and then continue.
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, this is Yeah, sounds all right.
I think once we are off the road, once we're ready to sleep that night, uh, Gunther will just approach Morley and give him a dagger and say, just in case you want to try anything.
Holy fuck.
Morley does not accept the dagger.
Are you sure? It's really no difference to me if you've got it or not.
I don't want the dagger.
You will in time. And Gunther will kind of throw it into the earth before him and go to bed.
Okay. All right. So as you go maybe go into a little copse of trees or so, or something. You're make a small little camp, and are able to rest for the night with no harassment. I don't think, for some reason, I don't think Morley sleeps very well. Some odd reason. Maybe it's the dagger at his feet.
You try to give someone a gift and they
You
are
spit
instead
in your face.
traumatized.
Yeah. So, nothing too strange happens during the night. And, before you know it, it is about 6, 7, 8 hours later, and, you've taken your full rest. Congratulations. You've ended that day.
So what a long
It only
day
took
it
us
was.
4 sessions.
How green or otherwise poisoned does Broomhilda look when we all get up again?
I got cured.
Both of them are cured.
Oh, gotcha. That's right. You
From
used a
the
second
scroll.
Yeah,
a
I
second
used
scroll,
the
didn't you?
scrolls. Yeah,
Both.
I didn't want to have the bother with spell slots, and I remembered them, so I figured I'd use them while I still remembered.
That's so fair. Yeah. You're awake. You do not have your horses. So it's going to take a little bit longer to get back to Saltmarsh on foot.
Did we leave them in Uskarn?
Well, I suppose it would make sense. Yeah. Yeah, you walked into town with the horses. They probably would have been at some kind of stable for the night.
I'm wondering if it makes sense for Gunther or I to go back and pick up the horses and then reconvene with the rest of us, or to just abandon them and walk the rest of the way.
It's up to you guys.
You could
I
turn
could-
me into a horse.
I could, but then how would you get the other horses?
Or you can all just ride me.
All of us, or just Gunther?
Oh
There's a joke somewhere in there.
Oh no.
There's a joke somewhere in there.
There's somewhere. Oh, I can't imagine where it is.
It's right on the nose.
Help me.
We could turn me into a very large horse.
A long horse.
Pokey?
A stretch horse.
It's like that horse from what was it, Gumby? I think so. Yeah.
That's his name.
Gunther's game. He can have a disguise and be anyone who he wants to be. So if it makes sense to send him back, he'll do so. He's happy to head back.
I guess I wanted to check in with y'all and see if you thought it was worth it.
Oh, I definitely think it's worth it.
We're weighing the cost of having the horses to move quicker against potentially being caught by folks who might be coming after us. Is that fair
Who's
to say?
coming after us?
Probably no one.
Probably. Sorry, that might just be an old instinct talking. If we go back into the town, we can get the horses, we can move quicker. We do run the risk of running into the other two, who now know that Morley is missing.
Oh, but Morley gave them very clear instructions not to come looking for him. Didn't you, Morley?
He nods.
Well, that makes things simple.
Tell you what, I think I can get back to Uskarn pretty quickly. Gunther, would you be willing to lend me that hat just in case? And I'll bring it back along with the horses.
Oh, certainly. It was a gift from you, and back to you it shall return. Gunther gives him the hat.
All right. Let's craft this plan.
I'll fly back to town.
Okay. As the what bird are you? Bird are you this time? It is morning. So owl probably isn't the right choice.
Yeah, I think most of them have about the same fly speed. So I'd probably just be like a seagull.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. You fly. You fly over and you see. It doesn't take very long. As the crow flies, it's not very far. And you see you do see a stable, a little bit more east.
Do the horses seem to be where we left them?
Well, you left the horses, tied next to the water trough. But when you came back, they were not there. So you could probably assume that they were put into a stable for safekeeping.
All right, sure. I'll circle around the stable and see if I can catch a glimpse of the horses.
You see both of them in there.
All right. Any folks around?
Yes. There are two stable hands.
All right.
They both seem pretty inattentive though. They seem to be chatting with each other.
So I will land somewhere out of sight, turn into a dwarf, and then walk over to the horses and start unhooking them and preparing them to ride back together.
Sure. The stable hands don't stop you.
All right. If they don't stop me, I will flip each of them a silver piece on the way out and ride back towards my party.
Sure. Yeah. No one. It seems like the guards are still not patrolling the streets. So you're able to ride out of town. I think you can probably assume that you were probably seen by somebody. Horses aren't quiet. So you're probably heard as well. But it's probably safe to say no one knew your purpose. Okay, and so yeah, you're able to find the rest of your party.
All right. I will return each of their horses and the hat of disguise to Gunther.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you. I was just asking Morley his life story.
I don't think he wants to talk to you.
I don't think Gunther cares.
I think Gunther's just almost like pontificating, because he's definitely seen people who don't respond, and he's seen how that's been turned against them. Yeah, I think he's like, oh, what's your life story? Think you'll ever see those people again? The people you care about?
Unfortunately, I've pushed all of those people away. I already came to terms with the fact that I'll never see them again.
A man with no debts could start a new life.
Yeah, what do you think a hermit does?
You are a man who is hiding, not a man who is free from debt. Or am I wrong?
Morley, you never even once offered the money instead of anything else. What on earth did you spend it all on?
You ever gamble?
Mm-hmm. Craftler kind of juggles a pair of dice in his hands.
Well, back in Seaton, there's a well, it's a crab fighting ring. I was very bad at it. I thought I picked a winner. I didn't. I thought I picked a winner again. I didn't again. I got so caught up. Then it was all gone.
Just watch your crabs fight.
Yeah. People make a lot of money on crab fights. Oh, these aren't small crabs. These are giant crabs.
I gotta admit, that does sound kind of exciting.
Oh, it is. It is. Except, what I'm shit at it. It was really cool until I started losing a lot of money. But anyways, borrowed money from Davis. Borrowed money from some other people to pay Davis back.
Out
And
of
then,
curiosity, sorry.
You know, you know how it works. Sometimes it's just it gets away from you, and then but the 8,000 gold is gone.
The fellows who came looking for you before we did, out of curiosity, anyone I know?
I don't know. Who do you know? I don't think I really ever went face to face with anyone that was chasing after me, or else I'd probably already be on a slave ship.
So I definitely want to roll insight there because that is not what my notes say.
Go ahead. I mean, he's being purposefully obtuse. But that doesn't really take that much insightful thought.
Gotcha. Krafla probably lets it go. I'm less interested in these details than I am maybe not explaining the entirety of my relationship with the folks that sent us out here.
Did Morley end up taking the dagger, or is it still on the ground?
The dagger is still in the ground. He has not taken it.
Morley, you said you're afraid of being enslaved. Is that accurate?
Sure. Afraid is a good word.
Then you should really take the dagger. What prisoner is going to have a weapon?
They're gonna take it from me. When they sell me, put me on the ship, they're gonna strip me down, and they're gonna take the dagger, and then they're gonna beat me for having the dagger.
Are you going to let them get to that point?
Yeah, probably.
You know
I don't want to die.
Fair enough. Gunther walks over, grabs the dagger.
I'd like to not die. How about that? No blaze of glory for me. Because that seems to be what you're suggesting. Are you?
Gunther doesn't say a word.
Are we there yet?
Yep, we're we're just now getting there. We haven't even left.
Well,
You're
time to
right.
hit the road, right?
Yep, it is hitting the road time. Okay. Yeah. So. You have to track inland, quite a ways to get to, the first crossing. But that's no real problem. And this area isn't really known to have much banditry. So you're pretty safe making your way back to Saltmarsh. I think it takes a couple of days. I believe. Yes. I think it's 2 days. 2-day journey.
It's a 2-day journey of you guys hearing Broomhilda ask you roughly every other hour if we are there yet.
No.
I don't think Gunther tortures Morley anymore because I think he knows that that's enough.
Right. So we are back in Saltmarsh.
God, it's been
Oh
forever.
my god, it has been a really long time.
Yeah, it feels like
been
forever.
months.
It's been
Months.
years.
As they're walking into the back into town, Broomhilda is going to like sidle up to Gunther and try to slip her hand into his and like try to hold his hand.
Right, Gunther.
Yeah, I think Gunther, Yeah, Gunther will let it happen.
Perfect. She hopes that everybody in town sees her new boyfriend. She is just like just grinning from ear to ear because clearly this means something to her.
I think
Who knows,
Croft.
maybe.
Say that again.
What was that, Corin?
I was just saying, go for it.
Oh, I think Krafla probably tries to head into town a little bit early to try to find Davith, or failing that, or sorry, what was Davis, or failing that, Albert, just so we don't need to parade this dude down the center streets.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely be able to find someone to exchange control. I don't think Davis is he's not in Saltmarsh anymore. He's returned to Seaton. But they are able to send word to Seaton, and they'll take care of Morley until he arrives.
Hospitality.
He'll get the nicest choice between hot gruel and cold gruel.
Hell yeah.
My two favorite meals. And unfortunately, they do not have your payment. Payment has to come from Davis. So you will have to wait a little bit to get paid for that particular event. But other than that, how's Gunther feeling? This is Gunther's first time back in Saltmarsh. In a long time.
Yeah, I think he notes how it's changed, how the town feels both so much smaller than he remembers, and also so much larger in that he doesn't really know anything about the town anymore.
Sure.
I think it's probably pretty overwhelming.
But don't worry, you're holding Broomhilda's hand.
You look tense. You need a massage. Give you a massage.
Oh my god.
If you're feeling tense.
Giving me flashbacks of people. Never mind. I'll talk about it later.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a drink. Is there God, I mean, there's a tavern here, right?
Ah, yes. She looks to Craflo and Corin. You take us somewhere. Can we get a drink? Can we go get a drink? I'm thirsty.
Broomhilda, you can take him wherever you want, but don't wear him out too much without showing him the ship.
Show him a ship.
What is that even a euphemism for?
She doesn't know. She's fucking dumb.
Oh,
She has no idea.
I'll show him the ship.
Let's go
We
to the
still have
tavern.
the sea ghost moored in town, right?
You do, yes.
Brimhilda would know where the tavern is, right? She would know how to get there.
Yes, she would know exactly where. There are 2, 3. The one that the party has been to before is called the Empty Net. It is marked on.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she can fit like 3 locations into her brain, which are presumably like the dock, the tavern, and that place she saw like a really interesting seagull.
No, she only knows where they pour beer at. Wait, isn't there like a bunch of alcohol on the ship?
There is.
There is.
Yep.
We could go to the tavern, but we could go to the ship. Because your father gave us quite a bit of alcohol in there. And if I remember correctly, there's quite a bit there. We could have ourselves a little party, a little coming home party.
My dad? Gave y'all
Yeah.
alcohol?
Yeah, he quite liked to have a drink with me.
He never drank around us.
Oh, he's my best friend.
Yeah. Whatever you think is best.
She just had to go and mention Burke.
At least she's not like wailing about it.
True.
Not yet.
Yeah, she's not wasted yet.
Corin, what are you up to?
That's a good question. Probably first thing would be to check on the crew, make sure the ship is good.
All right.
And then probably, I don't want to just wait around for money, but I might try and find the person who the person who was looking for information about the thieves.
Sure.
I'm not sure. Might start at the tavern, ask around, see if there are any. If the tavern keeper could give me any leads to the person of interest with whom I wish to communicate.
Well, after inquiring about a few a few of the patrons at the tavern, people don't seem to know much about this situation. The average tavern goer. You might need to ask.
I might try and find Oleander and try and get him, see if he knows anything, because he is a part of the inside of the powerful people, and maybe
Sure.
they've talked to him about it.
Sure. Well, since you are quite, I would say, quite important, it would probably not be not be too big of a deal to go ahead and grab an audience with Eleander. And he does know a little bit about it. Some of the preliminary investigations have not really ended up with anything other than those notes. And he's unsure of how the notes could possibly connect back with this wizard character. It's supposedly a wizard that lived about 500-600 years ago.
Huh. I have a theory.
Okay.
I'd like to go around and maybe I'll just ask Eleander, do you by chance happen to have all of the notes that all of the people got? Or could you point me to the people who have been robbed so I can see all the notes?
He would probably be able to Yeah, he would probably be able to give you an audience. Well, get you an audience with the other
Perfect.
With the other families that have been stolen from.
That is all I'm looking for. And probably I will not want to attend this audience alone because I'm not particularly skilled in the arts of diplomacy. So I'll wait until I can get the whole party together before trying to talk to them.
Okay. On the and the boat is fine. The boat is fine.
Okay.
When you check on the boat, the crew are a little drunk, but that's probably to be expected. The ship is in completely fine.
Good.
I guess. Well, I guess the crew did belong to Burke.
Is this the first time the party's been back to Saltmarsh since?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they probably wouldn't know.
No, they wouldn't.
Oh God. And it's probably my responsibility as the captain to tell them about what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is.
I hate this. All right, well then, I guess hopefully before Broomhilda and Gunther make their way to the ship, I'll gather the whole crew.
Okay.
All right. For starters, they also haven't been paid since we left. I don't know how long we were gone. I don't know if time is all fucky wucky in the Doom Vault.
I mean, it is, but probably not too terrible.
Okay.
They were paid quite generously.
I'm kind of awkwardly shuffling my feet and avoiding eye contact. Well, I've got some pretty bad news. We found ourselves in a pretty bad situation, and unfortunately, we lost one of our crew members. Burke got himself not by his own hands in a spot of trouble.
They
And,
they kind of stand up and they tell you to spit it out. Is he dead?
yeah, he's dead. Burke
Oh,
died.
hi, everybody.
Oh,
Yeah. I know some of you got pretty close to him, considering he interacted with you guys more often than the rest of us, and take as much time as you need. We probably won't be setting sail again for a little while still, and I understand if you want to take leave of our ship and find a crew elsewhere, or stay on land. And I'm gonna go in the captain's quarters, and I'm gonna pull out a couple of fancy bottles of wine and just pour glasses. Just pass it around. No glasses. That's too fancy. And
okay.
just
Yeah, they
just drink to Burke.
They drink with you to Burke.
Wait, am I there?
You would probably be just getting there when well, yeah, you would be, yeah, you said you went to check on the boat first.
Yeah.
So yeah, this you would be here for this as well.
Back!
To Burke.
Was it your intention to wait for me specifically, or were you just going to go ahead with the folks that were there?
I mean, I think he said gather the crew.
Okay.
So
I think you're the most diplomatic of the four of us. Certainly, no offense, Broomhilda's not when it comes to the diplomacy of words. And I don't presume to know anything about Gunther. So my intention was, yeah, for all of us.
All right. Oh. As I guess this will be the end for this session. As the party waits on word to get back from Davos. As they await payment, and maybe see what other things need doing. Maybe get some coin in Gunther's pocket for once. For the first time
If he
ever.
accepts it.
He's literally never touched money before.
We could just convert all of his coin into ball bearings.
What's the conversion rate for Electrum to ball bearings?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the DM.
Just melt them down, turn them into ball bearings.
Electrum ball bearings. Holy
Wow.
shit. Okay, well, I mean, now it has to happen. It's probably illegal, but you know.
The more that I think about it, the more I'm convinced that ball bearings were like the currency of the Doom Vault.
I'm 100% on board with that. 100% on board. All right. Well, thank you for another great session, guys. You guys are all stars.
No, you're an all-star.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're an
thanks.
all-star.
Oh, thank you. But that we're almost or just one tiny part of a session away from being done with the Morley Tobe quest line.
Can I roll insight to see if there's actually a savage twist coming up, and we're gonna have like 5 more sessions of Morley Tobe?
Oh God.
I tried to use a dagger for the savage twist.
You may not. You may not roll.
I think Gunther subverted all savage twists with his utter emotional beratement and destruction of Morley Tobe.
I'm telling you, man, it's just what Gunther experienced in the Doom Vault.
I like
Just-
it.
Yeah.
Those were not nice people.
If only Broomhilda was there to witness it.
Oh no.
She'd be all like, "I like your cruelty, baby."
Oh,
Oh,
that
no.
was the best impersonation of Broomhilda.